Ready to go when you are, Monk? Take it away. Exactly.
Right on time, Commanders. These Void Thrashers are tearing up my base, and they ain't gonna let up anytime soon. They got my men pinned down, so it's up to you to stop them. Fix those Thrashers fast, before they blast my fortress apart. SCV ready.
Sure.
There's one of them now. The Thrasher's gonna pop out of that rift real soon.
Additional.
So what I've always done, which may or may not be actually better for minerals, is I leave 14 on my main, and I don't... every time after 14 is when I send a second or send extra SCVs over to my factory and then to my expo. But you actually pull them all right away. Okay. Sure. Now, when I, again, you probably have the better optimization here, but whenever I do it, I can make my first two turrets immediately, but it seems like you still end up getting the rocks down faster. And you end up, do you still do these 75% damage on the rocks? Yeah, of course. Which is here. So at 90%, okay. Yeah. Perfect, yeah. And you bring it down to 12, not 14. Okay. Yeah. Sure. On the natural. Oh, okay, to make it so that you get it at the same time. Oh, I get you. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Ready to go. I'm going to go back to your view.
SCV ready.
Okay. Yes.
SCV ready.
Sure.
Enemies coming for our base. Thought you might want to know.
Okay.
SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Okay.
SCV ready.
You can. Okay.
Base
Okay.
is under attack.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
And
Combat drop ready.
Got it. Calling down a special delivery now. SCV ready.
Our allies' base is under attack.
you did not put a Vespine drone on it, but and you just.
Your
Yeah.
forces are under attack.
There's the first Thrasher. Main objective is to kill it, and fast.
SCV ready.
Okay.
Your forces are under attack.
Yeah, there's no point. Sure.
SCV ready. My laser drill's online. SCV ready.
Yeah.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready.
Your forces are under attack.
Ready.
Okay.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Fortress is under fire. If anyone wants to go and kill a Void Thrasher, I'd be much obliged.
No worries. We'll keep her safe and sound.
Yeah.
Fueled up, ready to go. Got some bad guys coming after our base. SCV ready.
Sure.
Aye, ready. SCV ready.
Sure. And you're using your factories and stuff in the front to tank things. You come pretty close to losing that factory, but just because you're pulling enough aggro, it's not going to end up dying.
Upgrade complete.
Nice, nice.
SCV ready. Ready to roll out.
Is it... Now, if you end up getting your second factory, then you're going to need to start building 2 at a time.
Think I hear some Void Thrashers knocking on our door. Let's get ready to answer.
Okay, so if you're continuing to build during the lull, you should have enough supply depots already ready to go to be able to kind of push you through the end of the mission.
I'm calling in a special
Your
delivery.
forces are under
Here
attack.
come the drop pods.
Upgrade complete.
Fueled up, ready to go.
There's your objective, Commanders. Show
Yeah,
those
I saw that, but that's
Thrashers
okay. Now you got 2 supply depots going. And you were speed building. No, you were just regular building those. Yeah, you were just regular building those. Yeah. I mean, basically, once you get,
Hey, the fortress is under attack.
and so, are you just control clicking your tanks in order to pick them up, or you don't have them on a control group,
Void
right?
Thrasher eliminated.
Enemies approaching fast. Man, they look mad.
Your forces are
With
under
defensive
attack.
matrix.
Multiple rifts on the field. Gonna have some Thrashers to deal with real
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, speedrunning and solo requires a lot of work. I'm talking to someone in chat. It's a lot of work. Oh, what's going on, Seahorse? I just noticed you came out. And Monk might be doing some questions afterwards, so if you guys have any good ones, please make sure to think about them while we're going over this. Yeah.
Explorer reporting.
Sure.
Upgrade complete.
Explorer reporting.
Sure.
Upgrade complete.
Lock and load. It's time to clear out some Thrashers. Ha ha!
Upgrade complete.
You're talking about science vessels. Yeah. which you really don't need.
Void Thrasher neutralized.
You best get ready. Enemies headed for our base.
Sending drop pods now. I got something I think you'll like inside.
The fortress is
Sure.
under some pretty heavy fire. We gotta take these Void Thrashers down pronto.
The position's been marked.
Oh,
Let's
so
keep
I
that
was gonna
thing
say,
intact.
for mastery points, you go for combat drop duration and life. You go for Vespian drone cost, and you must go for the middle one doesn't necessarily matter because you don't make as many turrets. You don't really make any turrets at all. But would you go for the immortality protocol? Yeah, the revive. To just in case you lose something, you want to be able to get it back as soon as possible and not ruin your gas. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I'm in deep.
Really fast. Yeah.
Here come the Thrashers, Commander. Let's load
Sure.
them up.
Yeah. So I found that sometimes it's easier for me to have all of my tanks and my Hercules on the same control group, so that I can right-click at Hercules if I need to put them inside the Hercules, or I can, get back and forth between however's going to work best for me. I don't know if necessarily other people might find that as useful, but sometimes it helps.
You know, that seems bad. Mobius has an Archangel. I've been trying to get one myself for years. Listen, if you can, do me a favor. Torch that thing so I can rebuild it. Last
Yeah, maybe.
Thrasher, make that one
You know what's
pay,
nice?
scratching
No,
up
you
my
go ahead.
paint
You go
job.
first.
Additional supply.
Hell yeah, we
Yeah.
made it. Tell you what, next time y'all are in town, I'm buying
Yeah.
the first round.
And so let me ask you this. Do you prioritize the Goliath attack ground and air upgrades at the same time ability? Right, first. Yeah. Sure. Well, I also think too, it's very helpful to get the range upgrade for the anti-air, because you have your tanks for all the anti-ground. That's like the really important thing, and they're going to destroy everything on the ground. But then you want your Goliaths to be able to kill anything in the air, and that's what they are able to do. So you can basically almost have the exact same range on both. Yeah. Well, is there anything else you wanted to say about this? Sure. Yeah. Sure. And once you know your build, and I think that's a big thing, once you know your build, it actually requires less APM than you think. I just exited out. Yeah, so did I. I know I exited out, yeah. I mean, I can load it up, but anyways. Yeah, you don't actually need as much APM as long as you know the next step, which was the biggest iteration you said in the beginning, was make sure that you get that. That's good. That's good. All right. Well, I'm definitely going to try to go back to Swann doing the full clear, but thanks for the little bit of info. That helps a lot. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, okay. Okay, so just to be as clear as possible on this, before the second wave, you're going to use your tanks to clear the bonus. After the second bot waves, you're going to then take your tanks north from that second area to the what is it? The fourth bot wave area, the area between the far left side of the fourth bot area, and then you go through the entire fourth bot area to the right. So you're going to basically be clearing everything except for that fifth bot area after the second bot wave before the third set of bots. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so by the time so after the third set, which is then because you're going to need to take care of that third set. After the third set is where you clear the fifth bot area. And then do you wait until after the fourth to clear the enemy base? Between the third and fourth. Okay. Solar pulse or pulse cannon? The pulse cannon. Okay. Sure. Okay. Okay. That's some good stuff here. Okay, so one last bit of clarification. So the third bot wave, before the third bot wave, you want to have the fourth area cleared. After the third bot wave, you want to have the fifth area cleared, and you want to start pushing the enemy base. But you're not going to clear the enemy base by that time, because you still need to deal with the fourth bot wave, and then after that, you can hopefully take care of the bonus and the enemy base. Yes, between the third and fourth bots. Okay. And for that mission, when there's a lot of waves coming from a lot of implications, it's a little different than Void Thrashing. Do you have more Hercules so you can pick up your entire army? Exactly, yeah. I mean, there's still some RNG to it because, you know, like the third bot wave does have different areas where they come from, but... Okay. Sure, sure. Do you salvage after you're done with waves? Exactly, that bottom right area. Okay, okay. Yeah, there's just a lot of things to focus on constantly, and it's so much more about map awareness and build order awareness for Swann than anyone else, because all the other commanders have something that is almost consistent. Like Raynor, I mean, all the hero commanders have hero commanders. Karax has the Spear of Adun. You know, even like Abathur has toxic nests and stuff like that, and then Alarak has his ascendants, which just wreck everything. Everyone else has some cool things to make him push through. But I think Swann and Vorazun can have a little bit of a tough time, at least early game, but Vorazun I think steamrolls a little bit faster sometimes. Swann, you really need to be focused very much on your build order and what you got next, because you don't have these really cool things besides the Ares drop that has a long cooldown between. Yeah, I was the whole time I was doing it, the last one I had it on 34 and 26. Yeah, well, that's the reason why you would have it on 26. Yeah. Yeah, and if you're really going for a full real speed run and trying to get the very, very best time, you'd re-roll to the most optimum enemy composition. I don't like doing that because I'm streaming, because I don't want to just sit there and re-roll and re-roll and re-roll and like, no guys, we're gonna have fun soon, I swear. They can be, for sure, especially when you have your tanks. And like I don't necessarily mind the gateway comps, but sometimes there's like crazy amounts of storm, and unless you have like crazy long range or stuff like, you know, or Alarak's always good for most any single comp, especially with his orb. There's like certain commanders where, like, you know, if you're a Rainer and you don't have good pre-splits and good splitting when those storms hit, or you don't pull your like small bit of your army forward to deal with those things preemptively, then you're going to lose a lot of your army really quick, even if you have enough immortals. I'm sorry, not immortals, marauders. Yeah. Yeah. Sure, sure. All right, well, that was some good information. We're going to go back to solo co-op now, but I don't think there's any questions in chat. I just figured I'd ask real quick whether or not, but I don't think I've seen anybody necessarily chomping at the bit to ask questions. I think we covered most of it ourselves. Yeah, cool. Mm-hmm. Oh, sure. There's a question, how do you brutal with only drones? How do you play a brutal mission with only drones? You don't. Yeah, you aim with them. I actually did do a casual run with nothing but Artanis's probes. It was pretty fun. It was also well, so I did a random mission because I just wanted to mess around. I ended up getting the shuttle launch. So I had to build cannons to take care of the shuttles. But I had a partner that basically did nothing, and I did it pretty well. It takes forever to kill a big red or a hybrid. It takes forever to kill them, so it takes a while. Especially because you can only get shield and armor upgrades. You cannot get any attack upgrades. If they got up to like 8 attack, it wouldn't be so bad. But they're stuck at 5 because they can't get attack upgrades. Yeah. All right. Let's do it. All right. Yeah, thanks for that, man. Have a good one. See ya. All right, everyone, we're back. And we're back. Donnie Vermillion here. Donnie V. All right, let me change something real quick. And we're going to go right back to it. Let's turn on the music again. And here we go. Opportunities. Let me add my other person back in. Okay,